Hey everyone, it's JC, the Gospel Centered Health Coach. Today I'm on my channel to talk a bit about intermittent fasting. Maybe you've seen it, it's all the rage, kind of everywhere out there, everybody's talking about it. And I'll admit that I at first rejected it. Like hardcore. I liked intuitive eating. I liked getting away from restrictive dieting, starving myself, and intermittent fasting just sounded like starving myself all over again, right? And I went, no way, no, I'm not even looking at that. That's stupid. But the Lord softened my heart. The first thing he did was introduce me to a book. It's called The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. I'll put the links below if you want to find it. But I began to read there from Dr. Fung about the science of what happens in the body in a fasted state. The powerful processes, the things that the body is able to do because it's not digesting food, right? It's finally had a rest from snack. And all kinds of wonderful things start to happen in our body when it finally has a break from all that. And it was the first time in my life I could see a physical benefit of fasting. I used to think it was just like a spiritual discipline. I just suffer through it. But we were taught in the 80s and 90s to eat lots of meals, lots of small meals all day, graze all day, keep your metabolism up. And suddenly here was Dr. Fung suggesting that no, that's not how the body works at all. And it needs rest from all of that snacking throughout the day and then long periods of rest during the night. What hit me then, as I began to take a gospel-centered approach, I began to think about it, what the Lord, how he would use this to bless our health. I suddenly realized that actually rest is something he has built into our whole entire world. We have a night every night where we sleep, we lay down, we get in the bed, we quit doing all these crazy things and we go to sleep, we rest. We take a Sabbath every week, right? We're commanded. Go for 6 days, but I want you to rest on the seventh day. I even laughed that I could, in Leviticus in the Old Testament, there was a place where he had told the people on the seventh year, I want you to let your fields rest. And they don't plant your fields, don't plant your vineyards, like don't prune. Rest. Why wouldn't the body then that he created need rest from food, from digestion, the whole digestive process, the kidneys, the liver, all of it? Why wouldn't it need a rest as well? I mean, generations haven't always eaten the way we eat. We eat from the minute we wake up, a lot of us, snacking all day, snacking in the car, in front of the TV at night. We're eating till 10, 11 at night sometimes, maybe even later. That body is just getting food all the time. Suddenly, I began to see it not as a fad diet, this new intermittent fasting that everybody's talking about. I began to see it as a principle of health that the Lord had instituted for our good. Now, I'm not saying you have to use it exactly the way that all the articles and news reports are saying to do it. I believe that fasting in an intermittent way, all intermittent means, let me get the definition for you. It means periodic, now and then, recurring, here and there. And so I think it needs to be done in a spirit-led way. If we're taking a gospel-centered approach, if we're letting the Lord help us care for our health, then we're very prayerful about what the best way how we can best incorporate this into our life on an everyday kind of practice. One of the things I loved, here's another book for you. It's called The 40-Day Sugar Fast, and it's by Wendy Speak. Again, I'll put the link below. So fantastic. Such a fantastic book. She even does this online with Facebook, holds these every year with the fast. But the idea behind her sugar fast was not so much white knuckle giving up sugar. It was to turn from something we were using to try to feed our soul and feast instead on the Lord, to let him fill those places we were trying to fill with donuts and brownies. And I think that's such a beautiful idea. That's kind of the place where he has brought me to, where I first saw it as giving up an addiction, giving up my sugar addiction and healing my body. Again, more on that below and links below. If you have struggled with sugar addiction, check those links out. But suddenly through Wendy's book, I began to see it as a fast. I could turn from that thing and fast from that thing and devote myself more to the Lord, more to feasting on the bread of life, the true bread, the true comfort instead of my favorite comfort food. Maybe it'll be that you fast from eating at a certain time, or that you just fast from your trigger food that always sets off a binge, and that you don't diet, you don't restrict it, you fast and offer that to the Lord as an act of worship in an effort to better take care of the temple that He has blessed you with. Do you see how many ways that this can apply? I absolutely think it's a wonderful thing now. As much as I couldn't stand it in the beginning, I have done a 180. I absolutely believe it needs to be part of a faith-based eating perspective. So if you want to learn more, I have a lot of links, a lot of resources below, and you can check those out, my podcast, other things like that. But I really do hope that you can use this to bless your own life and your own health. Thanks so much for joining me today.